Hello everyone, Jai Hind, welcome again. This is Joshi's online study hub and I Tushar Joshi welcomes you behalf of Omkar English Medium School. This is a lecture for standard 10th and 14th chapter. Little bit discuss we have done, but today a proper three of the method to find x bar. X bar means, as we have seen in ninth standard, x bar means mean, the mean of any data we have to find. And let me tell you that to find x bar means mean of any data, there are three particular methods. Are the first one is direct method. Okay, this method actually you have learned in ninth standard last year. And one more method, the assume mean method, and the last one is step deviation method. So these two method we have to learn this year, right now in this lecture only. Yes. Then let us discuss about these three of the methods with some example. Then as you can see here, this is the question of class interval is given, okay, and frequency is given. So here actually there are 30 students and the class interval is 10 to 25, 25 to 40, 40 to 55 means here class interval is 15. Okay, the gap is 15. So with the gap of 15 here the class interval is given, as you can see. Okay, then now one question actually we have seen, actually we have discussed in our last lecture, that if directly class interval, okay, class interval, one kind of you can consider xi, this is c, this is not purely xi, but if this data in simple format they just give like 15, 25, 17, 18, like 20, like that. So that is your xi, and this is, as you can see, your fi. So directly fi xi you can multiply. Okay, why? Because our formula, this is the direct method. Okay, as you can see here, this is direct method. So formula to find x bar is sigma fi xi upon sigma fi. So the multiplication of fi xi we want. Okay, so this is the fi, this is the xi. So multiplication of both we require, and then the summation. Okay, this is the sigma, and you all know sigma is what? Nothing but the summation. Okay, addition. So this is the sigma, so means summation is required, but for this summation, first of all, multiplication is required. Okay, doesn't matter. You will say that, oh sir, easily we can do this thing. But you tell me that if this kind of 50, 20, 25, 30, like that, data is not given, but data is given in terms of class interval, like as you can see here, 10 to 25, 25 to 40, like that, in like these terms given, then how you will multiply fi? With which number you will multiply? With 10 you will multiply, or with 25 you will multiply? And if 10, then why not 25? And if 25, then why not 10? Then the solution is, we have to find here xi. Okay, means class mark. See, this is the class mark. Okay, and class mark is what? Class mark is nothing but lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. This is your lower limit, this is your upper limit, this all things we have already discussed. Okay, so lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. So as you can see, a 10 plus 25 is 35, 35 divided by 2 is 17.5. Okay, 17.5, and 2 into 17.5. Now it become easier in compare of previous one. So 2 into 17.5, so that is very much easy. Okay, 35.0. As well as all numbers are given here. This is number of students, 3 students, 7 students, 6 students, 6, like that. Okay, and this is the xi means class mark. Class mark, how these all numbers come here. So 25 to 40, so 40 plus 25, 65, 65 half is 32.5. Okay, like that only. So all data is here, and now just you have to multiply. So easy. So fi will come, multiplication means will come, and finally you have to add this all numbers. So sigma fi you will get. So first of all, your multiplication and summation this kind of skill is highly required. Speedy calculation is required here to get the answer, because in board exam, you people will not get calculator, so you people have to multiply such a kind of number which is appear here. Okay, so sigma fixi, as you can see here, 1860, okay, 1860. So that is here, and sigma fi is already given, that is 30. So if you put this all value in given formula, then you will get the answer which is 62. Okay, if you cut these numbers and if you will simplify, so 62 you will get. So it's called direct method, and this thing we have done already in last year 9th standard. Okay, but now wait, now the question is that if you say that, sir, you have said that multiplication skill and the addition skill is highly required here, a speedy calculation skill is highly required here, but that is very much obvious now that all students are not that much capable to do this all kind of things. Then do you have any such a kind of solution for this, what we can do? Then the one more method here, if such a kind of this kind of number you don't want to deal with, then what people can do, either this number, okay, or this number. Why this? Because these both are median. Okay, we have already seen what is median. So last year we have seen, okay, 9th standard, and in our next exercise also we will see what is the median. But still, if you don't want to wait, if you want to learn directly right now, then my ninth standards few video I have uploaded already for 9th standard, that is Omkar English Medium School's video only. So credit goes to Omkar English Medium School only. So that video I have uploaded already. So you can visit top side on I button. Okay, on clicking I button, you can visit that video and you can see what is the median. So here, as you can see, this is the median, because two data is top side, two data is downside. So this both data is middle. So we cannot say this is in middle, or we cannot say this one is middle. Okay, this because there are such a two numbers are there. So this both data are the median. So either you can assume for this data or for 62.5, what you have to assume? You have to assume A. Why A? Because it's called assume mean. You have assumed that this is our mean. Actually, that is not your mean, but you have assumed that it can be our mean. Okay, so that either 47.5 or 62.5 is your mean, and few calculations, one more column you have to write, and few calculations you have to write there. Okay, let us see what these all things are. So this is the direct method, very simple, you have already done last year. I hope you understood what is the direct method. Then now let us go towards the assume mean method. Now see here, this is the assume mean method, as you people can see here. Okay, assume mean method. So the same question here I have put, so that you people can compare this table with the previous one. Okay, in that table the four columns were there, and here, as you can see, the five columns are here. So same thing, the first column, second column, as well as third column, for three of the columns are same. But now see here, I can see something new here, that is di. Oh, now you will say, sir, what is this di? Such a new terms has been arrived. Okay, so what is this? So di is nothing but xi minus a. Here written 47.5 because the people have assumed 47.5 as a. Okay, a is what? Assume mean. Okay, here that will come in formula. This is the main formula of assume mean. So this formula you must have to remember. You cannot forget. Okay, you have to memorize. You have to write 3 times. Still not remember, then 5 times, 10 times, 20 times. Choice is yours. Okay, that is depend on your grasping power. Okay, now back to point, that this is your assume mean. Then now one more thing you have to write, one more column you have to add, that is your di, and di is nothing xi minus a. Then see here, now xi minus a. Okay, so for 17.5, one minute, wait. Why we people are doing such this kind of thing? to make such a numbers easy. Okay, why easy? Because here, as you can see, 17.5, 32.5, such kind of typical numbers are there, decimal points are there, big numbers are there, that is really very much hard and typical to multiply. Okay, so that I have tried to make it simple. See here, these numbers you can see, okay, that all are simple numbers. So that how this came. So 17.5 minus a. Okay, a is 47.5 here. So 17.5 minus 47.5. If I write here minus 47.5, then you say what will come? Minus 30 will come, obviously. Okay, so easy. Now same thing here also. 32.5 minus 40 minus 47.5 minus 15 here, as well as 47.5 minus the same number, means the same number will deduct from itself only. So what will come? 0. Okay, and the same thing again, 62.5 minus 47.5. So positive numbers are started. See here, top side negative numbers will come, downside positive numbers will come. Okay, so if you go top side in this kind of question, okay, if you go top side, okay, so numbers will decrease, and if you go downside in this kind of question, so numbers will increase. Remember, if this kind of pattern you people are not getting, so you have to stop and you have to consider, you have to check the question again, that no, wait, you are we are something somewhere wrong, so you have to check. Okay, then here 15, 30, 45. One more thing, almost every time, I'm not saying every time, but almost every time this gap will be common, because here, as you can see, gap is 15. Okay, here see 15, 30, gap is 15, minus 15, 0, gap is 15, 0, 15, 15, 30, 30, 45, gap will you will get same. Why same? Because here class interval is same. Okay, and class interval will always same, otherwise it's not called class interval. If that is not same, so it's not called class interval. Okay, class interval will be always same every time, remember. Then now this is your di, and now one more column we have to add, that is your fidi. So that is nothing but fi is 2 here and di is 30, so 2 into minus 30, so minus 60, as well as 3 into minus 15, then minus 45, 7 into 0, so 0, and as well as all these numbers are came. Okay, here, so here sigma fidi is nothing but 435. Sigma means summation of this all fidi. So why this small number is come? Because this three of the numbers will add, but here this both numbers are minus. Okay, so minus minus plus, so this number will add, so minus 60, 40, 105, so 150, and plus this all positive numbers. Okay, so from the this sum, this number will deduct now, so total overall total number will deduct, so 435 will come. Okay, because plus minus is minus, so 435. Now sigma fidi, now we have to put this all data in this formula, sigma fidi upon sigma c. This thing is nothing but your simple x bar direct method, but here, because as we have assumed, so a is added. Okay, so that it's called assume mean method, and you have to put the all value. A is 47.5 plus 435 upon 30. 30 is what? This is here. Okay, sigma fi, and if you simplify, so 62 will come, and that is your answer. So this is the second method, assume mean method. Okay, now one more thing, still if you say that no sir, this is still hard to calculate. Actually, this is not hard, but then also, okay, if you say, sir, can we make it more easy? This is still we are finding complex. Okay, do you have any method to get x bar easier? It can be lengthy, but we want again such a easy numbers. What you have done here, can you do the same thing but little bit different way, and can you make these numbers more easy? Then yes, let me show you the third and the last method. It's called step deviation method. Okay, so again the same question for you so that you can compare. Okay, first column as it is, second column as it is, third column as it is, and now the fourth column is also as it is. But no, but wait, what is here? This is u I. Okay, again one new column is entered. Okay, ui is what? That is your xi minus a upon h. Okay, so what is h? Now wait, now let me say you that ui is now common. Okay, ui xi minus a. Okay, xi minus a, that is nothing but di. So you can write here, instead of xi minus a, you can write di also, huh? If you don't want to write xi minus a, then you people want to write, you people can write di. Okay, and upon h. So h is what? That is your class interval, and that is nothing but here 15. So that here h is equal to 15. Okay, so see here, now I will not explain you this first, second, third and fourth column, because now that all tasks are already completed. Okay, so here minus 13 plus minus 13 divided by 15, because this is the formula. Okay, ui is equal to xi minus a, otherwise di by h. That is the formula that you have to accept. Then here minus 13 upon 15, so what will come? Minus 2. Again minus 15 upon 15, what will come? Minus 1, like this, upon 15 upon 15, so what will come? Minus 2 minus 1, as well as 0 1 2 and 3. And now as you can see here, now this all numbers are so easy, and now you have to write fi ui. Okay, so fi will multiply with ui. Again let me tell you why this all procedure we have done. Because we just wanted to make a number smaller and smaller as we can make. Okay, so this is the last and the final tried from my side, that this is the smallest number, and now this is the fiui, as you can see here. So this is the sigma fiui, which is 29. And what about the formula? Last and final, and such a big formula will come, that as you can see here, x bar is equal to a plus h into sigma fiui upon sigma fi. Oh, this is the little bit longer in compare of first two formula. Okay, because this one thing is add here. Okay, so if you remove this thing, okay, if you remove this a, sorry, if you remove this h, so this formula will become as you mean. Now if you remove this a and h both, then this formula will become, here actually fiui will not come, fixi will come. So this formula will become direct method. So if we go towards the next formula, so one new variable will come. Again you will go towards the next formula, so again one new variable will come. Okay, so like this only, x bar is equal to a plus h into sigma fiui upon sigma fi. If you put all this value, as you know that a is equal to 47.5 and h I have already written in my last slide. Okay, previous slide. So that is 15, and sigma fiui we have just calculated right now, 29 upon sigma fi. Okay, that now you all know, that is 30. Okay, so if you simplify, so again 62 will come. Okay, so the same answer is come, and obviously same answer must become now, because if you use any method, but the answer cannot be changed. So here the final answer is 62, and it's called step deviation method. So now I hope you people are very much clear and now familiar with these three of the method. And now I will complete this video. In our next lecture we will see some questions. Okay, practical questions and examples. 14.1 first question and one more example, that one question, and again we have to use these three of the method, and we have to get the same answer. So that all thing we will see in our next lecture. Next lecture is going to be very much important as well as interesting also. So be connected with me, be tuned with me, and don't forget to share this session if you really like. Then okay, thank you, we'll meet in our next lecture. Thank you so much.